Trimble's been busy again. You're always looking at what the next best thing and the next productivity increasing option is for the farmers. And to keep adding to our solutions portfolio, we've got a number of things that we're going to discuss. This morning we're going to have Mike Martinez kick off with the CenterPoint RTX that was released a couple weeks ago. This morning Mike will give more details on what that provides, and that is the industry's first leading 1.5-inch satellite delivered accuracy in the industry. So we're going to cover that more in depth. Behind that, Mike is going to talk about the new release that we're launching this morning, which is the Easy Pilot system. It fits into our steering solutions, and it kind of gives us that whole good, better, best solution from a performance standpoint, from a pricing standpoint, or it fits about any portfolio that a customer is looking at. Followed by Mike, we're going to have Chris Vander come up and talk water management. We have a new enhanced water management drain, as it's called, option that we want to go through this morning. Chris will cover that, and you can tell by this, every year water becomes a bigger and bigger topic. So why not have that FMX display that the customer's been using and moving it over to the water management application. So Chris will talk about the water management solution. And then last but not least, we'll have Eric Wiesenfeld come up and talk about the new expanded harvest solutions that we have. Many different aspects, from the yield monitoring to row guidance to also some OEM updates that we've got going on as well. So with that, we're going to have Mike kick it off.
Okay, so 5 key features to the CenterPoint service here. Again, 1.5-inch repeatable accuracy, satellite delivery, it's GPS and GLONASS compatible, and then for the first time in the industry, this is a satellite delivered service that does not require a very long convergence period. So there's a section, actually we're in it right now, that's a fast convergence option. So for satellite delivery, you're fully converged, is the word we use, to 1.5 inches in less than 1 minute. There is also a larger option that I'll show you that has more of a standard convergence. And again, the geography is a big portion of it. Okay, so how big of an area do we cover? This yellow area right here is one satellite beam. So there's 3 beams actually that cover North America. This is the central beam that we've employed to deliver RTX coverage. So in words of acres, this is 1.8 billion acres that this covers. Obviously this isn't all farmland, but that's the massive area that's covered by one service. Consistent service all throughout this whole area. Okay, so this area in blue right here is where a customer can receive the 1-minute convergence. So getting into the tractor cab, turning on the system, really by the time everything boots up, you're fully converged to the 1.5-inch accuracy. This area right here represents about 118 million acres. So moving on to Easy Pilot. This is a brand new release today. Never been released yet. So this Easy Pilot, this is a new low-cost guidance system. High-performing, very integrated design. There's some really key benefits to this system. So one is that sleek motor design. It's very small. It doesn't obscure any instrument panel gauges or controls, or limit knee space in between. When you're in cabs that are just real tight and compact. The motor is very high torque and very fast. So compared to some of the other systems that we've seen, this motor, to get it such a compact unit and have a very high torque and very high fast reacting motor was not easy, and the guys did a real good job on this. You can see how small it is, and it is strong enough to steer some of those vehicles like floaters and trucks that have maybe a little bit more rigid power steering system. So it does a good job with that. It does have full terrain compensation technology. This is our T3 technology that does immediately compensate for slopes on hillsides or even rough terrain. We don't think of needing terrain compensation just for rough ground, but That's really what sets steering systems apart from each other.
Okay, so what we have to announce today is a brand new solution for water management, particularly for drainage. It's called WM Drain, and what it encompasses is a complete concept to completion solution. So we cover the entire workflow now. So what that means is we've got a separate application now for the FMX display specifically for drainage, whether that be subsurface or surface drainage. We've also taken one of the components that Mike just explained to you that is used for the EasyPilot system, which is the T3 enhanced compensation technology, and we're now using that on tile blast. So we have the ability to correct for roll, and we also have the ability excuse me, to control the pitch on parallel link or double link type self-propelled tile blast. We've also made a lot of enhancements to the FarmWorks surface software. So now, previously we had the ability to analyze the survey data or the topography data of the field. Now we have the ability to do a complete 3D design. So we've taken the auto slope functionality that we previously had inside the display, and we've added that into the Office software. So now we can do a complete 3D design and verification of our drainage network before we actually go out and do the installation. And the final piece of this puzzle here is the connected farm. So there's a lot of value in the connected farm of transferring data back and forth between the office, because with this new workflow there's really 3 different situations where data is being transferred between the office and the field. So with all of these pieces of this puzzle now, we have a complete drainage solution, which we call WM Drain.
I'm going to go over the harvest solution and the expansion of the harvest solution today. So new releases for this fall. Aftermarket yield monitoring kit. So the aftermarket yield monitoring kit will now be able to go on most and majority of all the late model combines with our own sensors and our display. The second item I'm going to go over is the RG100 row guidance. So row feelers to follow the corn rows. And the next one is the Kloss vehicle interface. There'll be a press release that's going out this morning and talking about our agreement with Kloss and the vehicle interface onto the combines. So we talked about a fully integrated harvest solution. We started off in harvest doing guidance. Mike talked a little bit about the Easy Steer, the Easy Pilot, and the Autopilot guidance product lines. It's one item that we're well known for. With the FMX and the CFX, we can also add cameras in the display. Also important for harvest. Big machine going through the field, a lot of activity going on. Let's put the cameras ported back onto the single display and be able to view what's going on around the machine. Next item that we added to the harvest portfolio, the connected farm. So the connected farm, as you're harvesting through the field and closing a field out, automatically send that yield data back to the office. You have an agronomist there that's ready to match that up with some soil prescriptions and send it back out to a fertilizer spreading truck.